All right, round two. Okay. So this will be a quickie. We're gonna do a little yoga. And we're gonna get rolling. All right, so this will be a quickie, but I wanna give you guys some stuff that you could do. Okay, so a little context here. So part of one of my goals for this next month is just being more mindful, working on my inner self a little bit. So a lot of times we talk about working out, and it's really important to strengthen the physical body, but it's also really important to work inward. So even though yoga is a physical practice, it can be a really beneficial form of meditation. So that's going to be something that's going to be really important to improve our mental health moving forward during these challenging times. So I invite you to follow along. It's going to be a beginner kind of workout, and I think this is especially important for men. Typically men are less flexible than women, just genetically, and just, could be from overall body size and muscle mass, and just what we tend to do what we're better at, right? And men tend to enjoy and be more interested in more explosive type things, more like lifting weights versus like stretching and running and things like that. And if a muscle is too inflexible and it's too stiff when it goes to move, sometimes it could tear or sometimes it could break. And it's also really important that we're not only flexible in our physical body, but also our emotional state as well, especially during these challenging times. Because if we're not flexible for what's to come, we could certainly break, and I think we're seeing that right now. So I invite you to work on your flexibility of your mind, of your body, and of your spirit. I hope this information served you well, and I invite you to follow along. I invite you to find a quiet place where a quiet and comfortable place where you can have no distractions. And we're gonna get started. I would get some pillows if you have a yoga mat, couch. These are some things that could be really beneficial. So first thing we're gonna do is just find a comfortable seat. Now for me, like I mentioned before, I'm kind of inflexible. I move pretty well for a bigger guy, but I have a hard time keeping my spine long in this position. I'm kind of hunched here. So in order for me to mitigate that, you can grab a couple of pillows or a couple of mats, and that will allow you to have a longer spine position. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like from the side, and then eventually you can progress to just one or no mats. So as you can see here, now I could sit a lot taller because it's giving me a little bit of a boost. So you can find a position that's comfortable. Now this is going to allow me to keep my spine longer and put me in a better position for my practice for the day. We don't want to be in a position where we're really straining, especially if you're using this practice as a recovery method or as a way to make us more flexible. So you could have your palms down. I like to have my palms up toward the sky, lifting the chest. So we're going to take some deep breaths to clear our head and also reset our brain and our body. So this is a diaphragmatic breath using our diaphragm. So we don't want to breathe into our chest, and when we inhale and when we exhale, we don't want our chest to collapse. So we're going to breathe in through the nose, hold, and then come out through the nose. Okay. So we're going to breathe in, hold, exhale through the nose, Try not to collapse on the exhale. And we're going to repeat. We're going to breathe in for a 5 count, hold for a 5 count, exhale for a 5 count. So we're going to do a couple of breaths like that, just to reset our body. We're going to do one more, and we're going to have a big exhale through the mouth. Really let that energy out. And if you're a visual person, I want you to think about breathing in colorful, positive energy. Maybe it's a white or a yellow, green. And you exhale a more dark, like smoke, almost black, dark colors, okay? So that could be helpful for kind of taking in the good and getting rid of the bad, just from a mental standpoint. So imagine you're taking in good, positive energy as you breathe in, hold, and we're gonna exhale all that negative energy, that black smoke. One more time. Good. You should start to feel good already. I want you to continue to focus on that same breathing pattern. And whatever is to come later today, I want you to forget about it. Whatever has happened before, I want you to forget about it. I want you to just really be focused and present in your practice today. We're going to go from a seated position to our tabletop position. So we want our hips and our knees in a good alignment, and our shoulders and our hands, elbows, wrists in a good alignment. We're going to do a little bird dog. So we're going to extend our left leg. So this is not like a McGill warm-up bird dog, so I'm not trying to create a lot of tension here. I'm trying to just kind of balance. And I'm going to extend my opposite arm. One thing I like to focus on in these exercises is actually putting more pressure on the non-moving limbs and my emphasis on the non-moving limbs to create more stability. I'm going to switch. So I'm driving down with my non-moving limbs. From here, I'm going to come up with my left leg. And if you need to hold something for balance, you can grab a pillow, box, or whatever you need to do so. So I like to, you can grab a foam roller, you can grab a pillow, a chair. If you don't need it, you could also put both your hands on your knee, whatever's comfortable. As you're going through this practice, you could also think about something you're grateful for. I'm grateful I've actually gotten some sleep these last few nights. I'm grateful for the sun, the weather is getting better. I'm grateful for our gym is going to open soon. I'm grateful for our deadlift contest that we're about to have. Now we're going to move into our next position. So I'm going to use the pad here. If you want to go lower, you can go without the pad. I've been a little bit out of practice, admittedly. Also, I'm having trouble reading the comments, so definitely DM me if you have any questions after the fact, because I'm just having trouble seeing. So again, I'm using the pad for balance. If I needed more of a boost, I can kind of come here, so you can kind of adjust based on your flexibility build. So it should be like, I don't think you should really be more for recovery, more than a 3 out of 10 on discomfort. It shouldn't be like super challenging, just nice, gentle stretch. And I'm trying to keep my spine nice and long. From here, I'm going to move into a hamstring stretch. So if I'm really inflexible, I can kind of come here. If I want to come down a little bit more, I can come here. If you're really flexible, you can kind of come to the floor or to your knuckles. I'm trying to pull my toe toward my shin. Good. Now from here, we're gonna go into a tall pigeon. So I'm gonna move the mat out just so you can see my position a little bit here for a second, and I'm gonna bring it back. So again, you can go all the way down to the floor if you're more flexible. And I'm gonna show this from different angles. And then from here, I'm going to go into my shin box position. And again, I could hold something for balance if I'd like. Trying to get my trunk tall to the ground, and I'm going to transition to the other side. Yeah, Brandon, definitely shoot me a DM, and I have actually a better warm-up for you. I'm going to put this behind my back. Brandon, if you're still there. So now I'm going to stretch my quads a little bit. My chest, my shoulders. Now we're going to transition to the other side. So I'm going to show you from a different angle. So you can see, normally I would hold the object here, but just so you guys can see my leg and see the positions a little bit. So I'm trying to keep my spine nice and long. Coming down to a lower position. And you can just go from like 3 to 5 breaths in each position. You can kind of play with it. This is just a really short one just to kind of get you guys started, and we'll definitely do more of these in the future. Hamstring. Tall pigeon. And then we're going to go into a lower pigeon. So a lot of this stuff is just working the hips. You know, we tend to hold a lot of tension in our hips. And this will also help alleviate if our hips are more mobile. It will allow us to take some pressure off the low back, which is something that's a real consideration if you're a strength athlete or a power lifter or a strong man, strong woman. So this is a great one for the quads and your ankles, your chest, shoulders. Now we're going to kind of finish off with some breathing that's going to be really helpful for alleviating some low back stress, and this will be kind of the final thing we do today. And then this will be able to replay this so you guys can check it out later if you're ever feeling stressed. This could be good something as a pre-morning routine or something before bed, or as a cool down after your workout, just to kind of down regulate and allow you to relax a little bit. So I'm going to show you, this is called 90-90 breathing. So you can put your feet up on a wall, a couch, a bench. So you just want to have your legs a little bit above your heart. I like to put a pillow or a pad in between my knees. I'm going to tilt my pelvis a little bit. If I want to do this more aggressively to kind of help alleviate some lower back pressure, I can really blow out air forcefully and push my lower back into the floor. And if I'm using this more as a cool down, I can just relax my arms at the sides and just take my diaphragmatic breaths from here and close my eyes. I can do some visualization and just use this time to meditate and clear my head. So again, if I want to use this exercise as just a way to alleviate lower back pressure, I can take a deep breath in and have a forceful exhale while really pushing my low back into the floor, or I can just do a more relaxed kind of breathing. So I'm going to do some more relaxed breathing now as we just use this to clear our heads. You could think about something you're grateful for. You could visualize a goal that you have in mind. So you can use this time to meditate. You can use this time to incorporate some imagery. If you guys are interested in some imagery work, Really powerful stuff for the mind, for goal setting. If you guys want, DM me for that. But we're going to take a deep breath in through the nose. Fill the belly full of air. And exhale fully. And we're going to repeat that several times. And try to just focus on your breath. And by focusing on your breath, that's going to allow you to empty your brain, clear your head as you either start or finish your day. If you're feeling really cluttered, if you're feeling lost, this is a great way just to reset the body. Feel your belly rise and fall. And take one more breath in, as much air as you can, and exhale. Push all the air out. All right, so that is our first ever Namaste Strong workout for the day. If this helped you, please shoot me a DM. If you tried after the fact and you're watching the replay, please let me know how it goes. Let me know how you feel after it, and that'd be great. Try to use these exercises to reset, shift your focus, and shift your mindset, and that will help kind of get you started. Thank you guys for watching. If this helped you, please let us shoot us a message. Please share this with a friend. And until next time, Namaste Strong. Ugh.